it's a continuation. This time around we're going to look at the substitution method on how to solve simultaneous linear equations. So with this particular question here, which no doubt you've seen in the previous videos when you are looking at elimination method on how to sort out such a kind of questions. Okay, so I've got these two particular simultaneous equation. I've got the first equation here and the second equation. So I'm going to sort it out using the method, substitution method. It's a quite interesting method, trust me. So look at it. So let's start solving. So how do you go about it? So first and foremost, you need to pick either the first equation or the second equation. Take note. Either the first equation or the second equation, depending on which one you want to go for. So in the case of this particular question, we may go for the first one. This is x minus 2y is equal to 4. So what you do here, we're going to make either x or y variables be the subject of the formula. Take note. After picking one of the two equations, take note, after picking one of the two equations, you make either x or y be the subject of this particular equation. That's what you do. So in this case, I'll go for x. I want to make x be the subject of formula. How do I do? Alright, so what we do here is we're going to make x be the subject of formula, meaning we need to remove the negative 2y, let it go the other side, right? But of course we use the additive inverse here. So we're going to write the x here. So what is the additive inverse of negative 2y? No? What is the additive inverse of negative 2y? Excellent. So we're going to add the positive 2y on both sides of this particular equation. So we write this is x minus 2y. We add now the additive inverse of negative 2y is the opposite of that, and of course that's a positive 2y. Remember, we are doing this also on the other side. We are adding the positive 2y also on the other side of the equation. From here we simplify this. And we're gonna have x minus 2y plus this is 2y, and this will give us 4 plus is simply plus 2y. In this particular instance, we simplify further. We're going to have x minus 2y plus 2y 0. So we don't indicate 0. So we say equals to 4 plus 2y, we just write as it is 4 plus 2y. This is what we wanted. Once you do this, once x has been made the subject of formula, then you can even indicate to say this is your first equation. Okay, this is your first equation. Now that x has been made the subject of formula, what you do next is to go back to your two equations. Okay, now that we used the first equation to make x be the subject of formula, we'll change. We're going to pick the second equation, and in the second equation, where there is x, we'll put 4 plus 2y. Are you getting that? We'll substitute and put 4 plus 2y. So the fact that this particular equation is coming from the first equation here, we are going to pick the second equation, which is x minus 4y, giving us 6. In this particular equation, in the second equation, we're going to substitute the value of x. Where there is x, we put 4 plus 2y into this particular equation. So in other words, we're going to substitute this particular equation into this equation here, the second equation. That's what we're going to do. So where there is x, take note, the x here is 4 plus 2y. So where there is x, we put 4 plus 2y. So there's x here, so this is x. So we're going to put 4 plus 2y. There we go. Then we have got the minus 4y, then of course we go further and say equals to 6 there. That's what you do. From there, simplify further. This will be 4. What is positive 2y minus 4y?
Negative 2y.
Excellent. So we are going to have minus 2y, and this will give us 6 here. Great. Remember, we don't want to have the 4 this side. I want to push this 4 on the other side. But of course, we're going to use the additive inverse either. So the additive inverse of 4, what is it?
Negative 4.
Excellent. So we add minus 4, which is the additive inverse, on both sides, plus minus 4 on the other side here. Then we simplify this. We're going to have 4 plus minus is what? Minus I. This is minus 2y, and of course this will give us 6 plus minus is minus 4. Then here we know 4 take away 4 is 0. So we have minus 2y giving us positive 2, right? Great. Now remember, here we're going to actually use the multiplicative inverse of minus 2, which we know is minus 1 over 2, right? Now remember, you do this on both sides of this particular equation. So when you multiply negative 1 over 2 times negative 2, we're just going to have positive 1. Positive 1 times y, it's positive y here. Great. You get? The reason is that minus operation times minus here is positive. 1 minus 1 times 2 is a 2. 2 times over 1 here, there's a 1, correct? Okay, so 2 times 1, that will be 2 into 2 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1, you get. So we have got y here on this side. So this is y, and here we have got 2 times negative 2. It's negative 2 there, take note. Again, there's over 1 here. 1 times 2, that will be just a 2 here. Then I've got y, therefore, is equal to 2 into negative 2. It's negative 1. Very good. Therefore, the y value is negative 1. Beautiful. Now look at how interesting it is. Now it's time to get to find the x value. Where do you get it? Wow. You go to this one. The x is already subjected here. You get? Okay? So x is actually 4 plus 2y. So what is y? We put minus 1. And of course that will be the value of y. Great. So we move on to this just a little bit here. We'll just use this particular space. So we're going to say x equals to 4 plus 2y. X is equal to 4 plus 2. You substitute here. Where there is y, you put minus 1. You put minus 1 here. And of course, I'm going to say x is equal to 4. Positive times negative is negative 2 by 1 is a 2. Then you're going to have x is equal to 4 minus 1 minus 2 is simply a 2. Therefore, the x value is positive 2. So this is the answer here. This is x value, and this is the y value here. You get? So that's how we go about this, guys. So that's it about simultaneous equations. That's how you go about it. It's quite very interesting and very simple. So what you do under substitution, just as a review, what you do, you have these particular 2 equations, the first and the second one. So if you're going by substitution method, what you need to do is to pick one of the 2 equations. You pick either the first one or the second one. So in this case, we chose the first equation, this one. Once you pick the first equation, what you need to do is to make either x or y be the subject of the formula. So in this case, we chose x to be the subject of formula. So meaning we could actually have to remove the minus 2y on this side so that the x remains along this side. And that's what we actually did. We have to use the additive inverse of minus 2y, which is of course the positive 2y, to just get rid of this negative 2y this side here. And we did the same on the other side there. And of course we got this until we arrived at x is equal to 4 plus 2y. Once you do this, once you make x be the subject of formula, for you to use it, you pick the second equation or the one that you did not actually use. In this case, we did not use the second equation. So that's why we're going to substitute the x value. The value of x this time around is 4 plus 2y. So we have to substitute this into the second equation, the equation that we didn't use. So this simply means that, what's the idea? This simply means that if we were to use the second equation in the first place here, then we make x be the substitute formula using the second equation, meaning for you to actually, find the y value, we could have used it, we could have actually substituted it into the first equation, the value of x there, and of course you arrive at x being equal to and y being equal to minus 1. That's it about simultaneous equations, guys. This is simultaneous linear equation, and that's it about it basically. Thank you so much. I appreciate your care and your support. So I request that you continue liking the videos, subscribe to them, so that each time when one is uploaded, you're actually able to receive the notification and you'll be able to watch. Thank you so much.